Thank you so much. One of the reasons that I hope you're as frustrated and excited and energized as I am, because this was so rich and generative of these conversations that I want us to be walking out with. So if you feel complacent now, it's all is lost. And I want to say something about that. First, I want to say to my students in the room and the other graduate students, researchers, this category messed upness. This is not a categorical conversation, yes or no. This is a continuum. We could actually create a variable. So I want to use this opportunity, since I have not actually made a formal presentation at this conference, to say one word in response to some of the things that I just heard from this really inspiring conversation. And I want to say something about the way that I feel the conversation has just ended. And I credit Naomi with some of this. And that is the kind of optimism that I have sensed. I have been so inspired by some of the conversations, personal conversations, some of the plenary conversations, the experience that we had at the dinner last night, listening to Jane or Hurry. And the thing is, I want to say, both as an activist and as an academic, I think the posture has to be one of optimism. If you are an activist, you must believe change is possible. That is an optimistic position. If you are an academic, you must believe, I believe, that if I can inspire my students to engage critically with their world, their lives will be better for it. That is an optimistic posture. And one of the people I have learned this from is Naomi Wolf. She won't remember this. I was sitting in an audience when she gave a talk at Stanford 15 years ago, maybe even 15 years ago, and I remember the conversation was the depressing one. Oh my God, the litany of problems, and there's so far to go, and everything, and everybody knows them. Everybody knows those in the room, and they're all right. And Naomi just paused for a second, and she said, let's not forget where we are. There are women alive today in the United States who could not vote, could not serve on a jury, could not drive a car. And she went through this long list, and I said, this is the position that we always have to be in. Always looking backward to see how far we've come, but not get complacent or self-congratulatory about it, because we also know how far we have to go. And so what I want to leave you with is what I believe is a contradictory temperament for this marriage of academia and activism. So I want to thank you for that, because it really inspired me to think both, where we've come from and where we need to go. And it's about our temperament. And this marriage seems to me to rest on two seemingly contradictory personality traits. On the one hand, we know that the work that we are doing is so urgent, and we must have a sense of urgency about it. The issues that we face, the problems that we face, are so powerful, so dramatic, and so pressing immediately. Lives are at stake. And at the same time, as we acknowledge this urgency, we have to be patient. We have to know, as one of my heroes, Max Weber, once says, that politics is the boring of hard boards. It is long. It takes a long time. We will not live to see the end of this story, but we know we will have contributed to it. Thank you all. This has been a very inspiring conference.